Nothing is more vital to life than breathing. In a lifetime, about 250 cubic liters of air passes through your lungs. Yet walk along a busy city street and you will inhale something like 20 cubic particles in a single lungful. Toxic air is now the biggest environmental risk of early death, responsible for 1 in 9 of all fatalities. It kills 7 million people a year, far more than HIV, tuberculosis, and malaria combined. Dr. Maria Neira, the World Health Organization director with responsibility for air pollution, has declared it is a global public health emergency. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, and in this video, we're going to tell you everything you need to know about air pollution and its devastating effects. But before we start, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more similar content like this. Without further ado, let's begin. What is air pollution? Air pollution by definition is any chemical, physical, or biological agent that modifies the natural characteristics of the atmosphere. A lot of different substances can affect the air and cause air pollution. Cars, smoking, burning coal, and burning fossil fuels are examples of outdoor air pollution. What harm does air pollution do? Increasingly, it is easier to ask what harm does air pollution not do. Research is now linking toxic air not only to almost every part of the body, but also to the mind. The dangers of toxic air are a surprisingly recent discovery. The landmark research linking air pollution to lung disease, heart attacks, and strokes, the Harvard six-city study, was first published in 1993. Since then, dirty air has been linked to many other conditions, such as diabetes. Air pollution contributed to 3.2 million new cases of this illness in 2016. According to one study, kidney disease appears to be influenced by air pollution, as does Alzheimer's disease. The skin is affected too, aging more rapidly in dirty air. The research on babies and children in particular is worrying. A large recent study found toxic air significantly increases the risk of low birth weight, leading to lifelong damage to health. The doctors involved called this finding alone something approaching a public health catastrophe. Millions of premature births may be linked to air pollution. Another study makes the connection to birth defects and another to cot deaths. The few direct evidence of pollution particles in mothers' placentas has also been revealed. It is a worrying problem. There is a massive association between air pollution a mother breathes in and the effect it has on the fetus, said the lead researcher. As children grow, asthma and stunted lung growth is a serious issue linked to air pollution, as is the ability to learn in school and the risk of teenage delinquency. But even this is only the tip of the iceberg of harm, according to researchers. That is because the ubiquitous exposure to air pollution is likely to damage the health of almost everyone in some way, even if it doesn't lead to a visit to the doctor. Are there different types of air pollution? Yes, the most damaging but best understood are tiny particles. Those not only damage the lungs, but enter the bloodstream. They are increasingly thought to enter vital organs, including the brain, and have been shown to reach the liver, spleen, kidneys, and testes in lab animals. The particles can be made of black carbon, nitrates, sulfates, ammonia, or mineral dust. Most are produced by burning fossil fuels or wood for driving, heating, power plants, and industry. While improvements have been made in some countries, for example, to coal-fired power stations and cars, other sources have lagged behind. Farming is one such source of pollution, with ammonia from livestock manure and fertilizers blowing into cities and forming particles, particularly in springtime when crops are sown and muck is spread. Nitrogen dioxide, produced by diesel vehicles, not only forms particles but is now known to cause harm when breathed as a gas. Other pollutants include sulfur dioxide, which is usually stripped out of vehicle fuels but still very highly in ship and aviation fuels. Ground-level ozone, which forms on sunny days, harms people but also crops. 7 to 12% of the global wheat crop is estimated to be lost. There are some natural sources of outdoor air pollution, such as dust storms and smoke from forest fires, but human-caused pollution far exceeds these. Outdoor air pollution causes 4.2 million early deaths, according to the WHO. How can one protect oneself from air pollution? The rise of concern over air pollution has prompted a plethora of protection products. Masks are now commonly advertised, but experts say they are of limited use unless they have an airtight seal on the face, which is rare. Giant towers, street-side benches, and living green walls have all been proposed to filter dirty air. Other suggestions are pollution monitoring apps so people can choose to avoid the worst times, and alternative city walking routes that keep pedestrians away from the filthiest roads. People in cars are often exposed to more pollution than those outside, as fumes become trapped in the cabin. Closing the air circulation in your car before hitting the city center is certainly a good idea. There is also some evidence that omega oils and vitamin B may offer some protection against the damage caused by air pollution. But it's just treating the symptoms and not the root cause. The only practical way to tackle the global health emergency is to cut levels of pollution at the source. The solutions are simultaneously perfectly possible and incredibly hard, because they require little new technology but involve action across many areas, and are usually neither politically palatable yet or very profitable to implement. Coal burning is declining globally, and China has shown how industrial pollution can be rapidly curbed. Particle pollution is down by a third just 4 years after a war on pollution was declared, and 8 after Beijing's air was labeled crazy bad when pollution leapt off the charts. But cities around the world are expanding rapidly, with 4.2 billion urban dwellers set to swell to 6.7 billion by 2050. Mobility should focus on walking, cycling, and public transport. Even electric vehicles throw up particle pollution from road abrasion and brake dust. The remaining cars and lorries need to be set and stick to much stricter pollution controls. Buildings ought to be heated and cooled using renewable energy, and waste should not be burned without stringent controls.